Man, look at this. Look at this display. This is unbelievable. I don't even know what to say. This just looks so tacky. It's all like stretched out. I've been wrestling with it for the last, I don't even know how long. And I still could not get it to, hold on, let me see if there's one thing I can do. Oops, that's too much. Okay, y'all, this is it. This is the best I can get. This is it. This is it. I mean, I'm trying to find my way back to it updated some drivers and it totally screwed up everything. Thank you guys for staying around, waiting so patiently. This is a freaking nightmare. I don't even know. I might have to do a lot of investigation work to get this fixed, but thank you for how do I turn this off? I'm hearing myself and I don't want to hear myself. I guess I'm gonna just have to deal with it. Anyway, let us get started. This is What the Fuck Tuesday, and starting off seriously saying what the fuck because this is like the most messed up stream I've done in a long time. You guys who have been around for a while know what I'm talking about. This is just we haven't had problems like this in a long time. I don't even know what to say. Why am I seeing this twice? Yeah, I don't want to mute my audio. I just want to mute the sound coming back to me. Hold on one second. I have one other adjustment to try to make here. And because I'm hearing myself and I don't want to do that. It's distracting me. Let me see, go into settings. Okay, I want the speakers. Uh, so input device and the output device. There we go. Can you still hear me? I want to make sure everybody, you can still hear me, right? Can somebody type in there? You do? Okay. Then let us proceed because this is like I'm so done right now. Okay, good. All right. I had to turn off the volume on my actual system, the playback it's like off. Oh my God, I'm in a sweat. I try to look cute for you guys, put on my little makeup and stuff. Now it's all sweated off. My top is all wet in the back. I'm just like, this is a fucking nightmare. Okay, let us start. Okay, this is What the Fuck Tuesday. As I said, this is supposed to be a relationship advice show. We're supposed to talk about the letters that have come in and, provide witty answers. Hopefully, I'm not too thrown off so that I can still, think and come up with my insightful responses. Thanks everybody, like I said, for holding on and waiting while I struggle for the last 20 minutes. But let's start. We have a total today of 24 questions. It doesn't feel that thick, so a lot of them must be kind of short. So let's go. This is a female in the 22 to 30 age group from Auckland, New Zealand. I'm still trying to wrap my head around a revelation from my boyfriend, she says. A few months back, he was upset by stains under the seat of my toilet bowl that he brought to my attention. It seems to suggest another man was using it. I've never been with another man since we met and racked my brain to figure out how this could have happened. I asked my son if he used it and my daughter if her boyfriend used my bathroom. Nope, they did not. Fast forward a few months, we have an exaggerated fight over something that could have been resolved by just talking. During the conversation, I learned that he has pictures and says I'm not so innocent. What? After pressing him for details, he shares that he placed a small camera in my bathroom to find out who was using it. I asked if I could see the pictures, but he wouldn't agree to that. He said he looked the other way and accepted it. There has been no man in my life since we met, only him. Then it struck me. He placed a hidden camera in my bathroom, has watched me in my personal space on the toilet, unbeknownst to me. I am horrified and I feel so violated, almost sick over it. Please advise me. What? Is there a question here? You don't understand what you're supposed to do with dude? You're supposed to toss him into the nearest trash pile. Who does this? Who in their right mind does stuff like this? You don't understand that this man is crazy as a Betsy bug? Because he suspected somebody might have been in your house and because there was allegedly, according to him, there was some stain under the toilet? Doesn't he know that that just happens sometimes? It happens, you know? It depends. They're in New Zealand. I don't know what the laws are about this kind of stuff in New Zealand. I cannot testify to the illegalities of the matter. I would suspect there must be some kind of violation, but exactly what law is it, a misdemeanor or felony, all that kind of stuff. I don't know the answer to that because you're in a completely different country. But this is a severe case of what we're going to be talking about on Thursday, gaslighting. He knows ain't nobody been up in that house, but he's putting all this responsibility and guilt on her to try to make her think, that she's going crazy and that somebody must have been in there because the stain surely didn't appear by magic, right? So she's in here racking her brain trying to figure out what he's saying as being true and when it could have happened and all this kind of stuff, not realizing she's being gaslighted and when none of this happened and who cares? So what I would do is get the police or somebody in there, find what this little camera is that he put in there, and then file a charge on him anyway. Whether it's illegal or not, it's still pervy, and it's just, it's disgusting. What if your daughter or some, little kid was in the bathroom? He gonna be recording that too? This man has got to go. I don't understand why you don't see that, but there's nothing in this relationship that sounds like his trust is built on any kind of trust or anything else. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say, but that's what I would recommend, that he be gotten rid of as quickly as possible. Yeah, man. As soon as he said that, I have pictures, that would have been it. That's it. You got pictures of me in the bathroom. How did you do that? You know that you didn't volunteer to take it. He wasn't up there like posing on the toilet bowl. So that was some funky stuff. Either he's lying, once again, to gaslight you, or he really did do it. But either way, have your whole place checked out for cameras and then, get rid of them. Don't let him back in your house. If he has a key change, it's like, don't even ask him for the key back because people make copies. Just change all your locks. That's what you do. You don't ask for keys back. I would never tell a woman, get your key back. You don't worry about that key. That key is dead to you. You change all locks and then you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I'm thinking, because this is horrible. This is horrible. And she's got a teenage daughter and a boyfriend and stuff. I mean, what if your daughter came and used your bathroom and he gonna be spying on your minor child? Oh, hell no. Mm-mm. Question number 2, male 31 to 39 from Fullerton, California. My girlfriend of 7 months and I, we're both in our 30s, are doing wonderfully. The communication is open, the eggplant is great, the intimacy is fab, he says. We talk about everything under the sun and nothing is held back, and there aren't any secrets. She's been very candid about her few years old affair with a married subordinate, an affair which sprang from traveling up and down the state for working in close proximity. She ended things last year when she wanted to move on, and he couldn't give her the one thing she wanted, a long term commitment. Everything else was great, she said. Not surprisingly, he wasn't keen on that. Because of COVID, she's here with me in another state and has continued to work with this married man via text and phone calls primarily. She told me from the start that she preferred to tell him in person about us and end the previous relationship cleanly and give it closure. I respect her decision and was completely fine with that until more recently when the guy began to more openly pine for her, saying that he's been dreaming about her, etc. My girlfriend doesn't conceal any of this and shares with me what this guy says. What I'm having some difficulty with is that each time he says something along those personal lines, which is increasing in frequency, my girlfriend replies, asking him to remain friends since he can't give her what she wants and that she wants to find someone who can. She would only tell him about me when she sees him in person next year and resume their previous work arrangement traveling up and down the state together. Really? She assures me that nothing would happen or restart since she has stronger feelings for me than she ever did for him, and she asked me if I wanted her to tell the married man now about us. I told her that the final decision has to be hers to make alone, and I'll continue to respect whatever decision she arrives at. I don't want to be jealous, controlling, and want to be above it all and be kind and supportive to her way of closing this loop. But I have mixed feelings. My insecurities are speaking out here. Any thoughts or advice from me? Yes, kick your ass, please. Kick your ass for being stupid. This is not the time for you to be trying to be a hero and trying to say, well, I don't want to appear to be this and that. You are that. And there's nothing wrong with being that. You're supposed to tell this stupid bitch you don't need to have nothing personal and meet him in person like he deserves the respect. That motherfucker's married. Okay? The only one who needs to be in his face having any kind of conversation with him is his wife. So you gonna get on the phone right now and you gonna call this motherfucker and you gonna tell him about our relationship and you gonna tell him, leave me the fuck alone. Any conversation we have with you in the future will only be about work. Stop with all this pining bullshit. I don't want to hear it. I don't give a fuck about you. You had a chance. You fucked it up because you wanted to stay with your marriage. You want to have your wife and have me too, like your pie and eat it too, or cake, or whatever the phrase is. Have your cake and eat it too. And that's not going to happen. So stop this. That's what you have to tell him. Okay. Tell her, I mean, and see what she does, because see what she's really, by her asking you that, this is a woman's way of trying to, oh, I just see something, Lady Boston, one of the R's is missing in the Patreon in my name. I just saw it just now. um she's begging you to say something. See, you're trying to present yourself as, well, I don't want to be jealous and controlling, and I want to be above it all, and I want to be supportive, and you want to be all these different things. But what this woman is asking is for a show of emotion, and you're not giving it to her. She wants to know how much you care, and you're not expressing it. She wants to know if you are serious about her being away from this other man and being with you, and you're not telling her that. So, you're leaving the door open. That's why she's saying, well, let's just be friends and all this kind of stuff. Because she's trying to have something to fall back on, because she's a typical silly, insecure chick. And she wants to have something to go to in case whatever with you doesn't work out. So this is your chance. This is when you're supposed to man the fuck up and tell her, I don't want you talking to him. As a matter of fact, want you to find a new job. That's what you need to start doing, looking for a new job, because this is some bullshit. He's married. You knew he was married. What the fuck is this? No, no, no. That's what you're supposed to do. She wants to hear that you care on that level, and you're not giving her that. You just act like you don't give a shit. How do you think that that would come across to a woman? Your coolness and your distancing and your emotional reserve. She's not, you're not, she doesn't feel good about what's going on right here. So you need to think about that. And, you feeling like you got insecurities and stuff, but you're not expressing them. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, he trying to play that cool, calm, and collected thing. You gonna fuck this up. That's what's gonna happen. There's no way in this world, especially the woman coming right out and asking you that. Do you want me to tell him about it just now? That was your cue to say absolutely. I don't want him nowhere around you. I'm sick of this shit. Him calling and pining over you and all this old bullshit right here. I don't like it one bit. That's what you're supposed to tell her. That would make her feel more secure about the relationship with you and how you really feel about her. But you holding back, trying to be all cool, calm, and collected. You're leaving the woman out and making her feel like she's in a relationship by herself. This is a gross error in judgment, sir. You're making a big mistake here. Let's move on to question number 3. Female 22 to 30. We got 24 questions today if you just wandered in. 24 questions. Female 22 to 30 from San Antonio. My boyfriend of 5 years cried to me, begging me to forgive him for cheating on me years ago. He confessed that when I was pregnant with our first child, that he cheated with several different women. Wow. He also claims that he cheated one time when our child was 2. We were only dating for a few months when I found out I was pregnant. We did not know each other very well. He says he was not emotionally invested in a relationship, but maybe the child was not his. He realizes now that he was a fool and made selfish choices. He knows now what he has. He loves our family and me. He knows that I could walk away and that he could lose everything, but that coming clean was the right thing to do. Hmm. He promises that he will never cheat again. He claims that he asked God for forgiveness, which gave him the strength to come clean to me. I am very hurt and in shock and disbelief. Today, I'm looking for advice because I feel too embarrassed to talk about it with people close to me. I also worry that they will force opinions on me and judge our relationship should I decide to stay. I feel sad for our children as I don't want them to be part of a broken home. I also don't know if I can trust him again. Should I stay or should I go? Hmm. So you were our first child, 5 years, no marriage. That what would I recommend? I would recommend that if he put his money where his mouth is, and tell him to start planning a wedding, because you want your children and you and everybody to have the same last name and to be husband and wife, and see what he says, because he's all talking about God and forgiveness and stuff. Well, see, God wants married people to be married, right? Isn't that what it says in y'all's Christian Bible, right? They want you to be married. So what you doing? Living up there playing house, having baby after baby, using that woman, and you ain't married to her. And but God is talking to you and telling you to confess and shit. God should be telling you, well, it's time to say I do, motherfucker. That's what you really do. If you really want to, come clean and be all righteous and whatnot. You don't leave your woman as a baby mama and a girlfriend for 5, 10, 12 years. That's not how you handle yourself. So what I would do with for you, you say, should you stay or go? No, no, no. We're not going to decide that. You're going to put that on him. You're going to say, the only way I'm going to stay with you is if we get married. Are you ready? Because it's been 5 fucking years and 2 kids. If you ain't ready now, then you're never going to be, and I'm going to pack my shit and leave. So what is it? And see what he says. And that will tell you whether you should go or stay. All the cheating, reflection, I don't even care about that because it was all in the past. Like you said, you admit that you barely knew him. So it wasn't like y'all was a committed thing. You was one of them people that fucked somebody raw that you don't even know and got pregnant. I mean, I hate to sound so rude with it or whatever, but that's essentially what happened. And that happens to a lot of people. I don't know what it is. The hormones start flying and people just don't use birth control. The next thing you know, they pregnant by some fool they don't even know. They don't know shit about him, but they having a baby by him. See, this is what abortions were created for. The morning after pill, stuff like that. But y'all don't be using it. And then you create these problems for yourself. And you made the same mistake not just once, but twice. So the only way this could be rectified is if he steps up and, legitimizes you as his wife. So let's see what happens. Okay. And that'll give you the answer whether you should stay or go. Question number 4, male, 22 to 30 from Bolton, Greater Manchester, UK, wherever that is. I have been married for a year, dated for 4. I left my wife last week, and I'm still trying to process what had happened to it. We got into a bad fight because she told me, if you don't find a better paying job, I'm going to leave you with the kid. The baby's 8 months old. Mind you, we have only been out of college for 3 years and we're making decent money with our career fields. Well, upon hearing that ultimatum, I lost it. We got into a shouting match in front of our daughter. Things escalated, and then she started throwing things at me. She grabbed whatever she could find: candles, squash, cups, apples, bowls, etc. I was sitting at the kitchen table catching up with work when the fight happened. As the items came flying towards me, it broke everything. Had I not ducked, it would have definitely hit my face and neck region. Wow. The microwave door and the cabinet door are all shattered, resulting in glass shards all over the kitchen floor. Our daughter was in the hallway, but luckily she was sitting in her high chair away from the mess. I was in complete shock and frozen terror. This reads like a short story. The entire kitchen was a glass field. I took pictures and videos of everything. Her sister tried to convince me to stay for our daughter, but I couldn't do it anymore. I was heartbroken that someone would do such a thing and still act like a victim. The part that angered me the most was her sister telling me fighting like this is normal. I just couldn't believe it. Just to give you a brief history of what I've been dealing with, colon. She threatened to throw bleach on me. She slapped me because I didn't use a particular seasoning on her chicken. She doesn't let me sleep whenever we fight. If I try to block her out by going into the guest room, she will make sure to check on me every 15 minutes that I'm not sleeping. Oftentimes, I sit through at least 5+ hours of her attacking slash berating me. When I tell her to stop, she says, I'll stop when I'm done. Oh, and you just added 30 minutes, so expect this to last all night. I know this is long, but I just didn't have anyone to go to. I wish I had called the cops, but I kept thinking about my daughter and I felt bad for her. The baby's 8 fucking months old. She won't know what's going on. If she's there with mommy, daddy, don't matter to an 8-month old. I mean, they like mommy, especially if they nursing. But other than that, as long as it's somebody that they know, they don't give a shit. They want their blankie, they want their bottle, and they want, whatever they want, and then they go to bed and get fresh diaper and all that kind of stuff. They're not tripping. You're the one tripping. So what would I say? You have a crazy woman. You should. I'm glad you took videos and all of that. But what you're supposed to do is call the police, because what you're supposed to do is get a police report so that you can take your daughter out of that situation and make that woman go to anger management and psychology and parenting classes before she even sees your daughter again. See, you had the power right there, but typically, like a weakling, you didn't use it. You just abdicated the throne and tipped out to save your own ass, leaving that baby there with that raging maniac. What kind of father are you? You disgust me. That's what I'm feeling, is disgust. It's all right, the shit that be happening all around the baby, but you don't think anything about getting the baby out of it, though you feel sorry for it. You don't do anything. You don't take any action. You just run in your mouth. So see, this the kind of thing that I don't like parents like you. Your job is to protect your child, even if you're protecting your child from its own mother. But you didn't do that. All you did was dip out and save your own ass. So what you should do, though, is get an attorney, explain the situation, show the pictures. Say, I want a separation from this woman, to possibly a divorce. But in the meantime, I demand that the child be removed and be given to custody to me for her own safety. And I want this woman to be, subjected to these courses and everything, so that we can all be sure that she's a good and solid and stable mother. If she doesn't take the courses, or if she fails the courses, then I want to apply for full-time custody of my baby. But the fact that you dipped out, though, makes me wonder if that's really what you want to do. You just want to care about yourself. You don't give it. Because I mean, was that happening and I was on my way out, I would have grabbed the baby and her diaper bag and went, we would have left together. I'm not gonna leave a defenseless infant, a lap baby, that's what an 8-month-old is, still a lap baby, in a situation like that where she could get hurt, seriously, like even killed by something flying like that, glass or something go in her eye or something like that, something, bop her upside the head on the temple. I mean, kids are, they're very still delicate at that age. And the baby could be dead while you worrying about your own ass. So I'm kind of, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think he does either, but I can't think for people. That's not my job. My job is to tell you how to fix the problem that you write in to me about. I'm not here to be psychic about what people think, but I'm just going to say by your behavior, which is chronicled in this letter, it would appear that your focus about your safety and concern is on yourself and not the child. Okay. Now I can't say that. But as far as what you was thinking, what your goal, all that, I'm not psychic and neither do y'all, so stop it. We don't know what the man was thinking. All we do know is what he did and didn't do. Now that we do know. Okay. So I'm telling you, dude, that's what you need to do if you're gonna fix it. Otherwise, you're just gonna be dealing with more of the same. I don't know what to tell you. Question number 5. This is from a young woman in the 22 to 30 age group out of San Jose, California. My dad, who raised me for 18 years, will not allow me into his or my little half brother's life again after I made an anonymous post about my stepmother on a social media platform, unless I give my dad a DNA test to invalidate/validate his paternity. He's been married for nearly 10 years and he still has some lingering feelings of resentment towards my mom. This situation is heartbreaking for me. Should I humor his DNA test idea or should I give up on him? Well, I'm assuming that the dad, I mean, the way the way this letter reads is he has lingering feelings of resentments and possibly it's because of some cheating. So that's why he's not sure that you're his child. These feelings of resentment emanate from somewhere. There's a source. You could conveniently left that out. Okay. So by what you wrote, it would lead one to believe that there is a concern that your mother cheated on him and therefore there's raises, doubts in his mind about him actually being your father. So, and you're in the 22 to 30 age group. Why would you post about your stepmother like that? Obviously, it wasn't as anonymous as you think if he figured out that you was you, right? And why would you do something like that? You're supposed to be mature over your little brother, not doing stupid shit. You have something to say about the stepmother, you're supposed to say it to her, right? You're a grown woman now, right? Why would you go post something anonymously on the net? That's a coward move, a bitch move, a passive aggressive move. That's not an adult move. Okay, so now this is what happens. So, in order for you to fix this, you're going to have to take the DNA test. It's a good idea for you to know too. You know, is this really your daddy or not? If it's not, then you can cut ties with him and don't have to worry about it at all ever. Right? So there's no need for you to be heartbroken now. You're the one that started this shit. You started it. Okay, you opened that door. You did this to yourself and to your dad and to your little brother. You did it. And to your stepmother and to your mother too. You did all of that. So now it's time for you to woman up, take that L, go down there, I guess you guys could go to court. They do it part of somebody's gonna have to pay for the DNA test anyway. It's not free. And you know, tell your dad if he wants one, just pay for it and you happily take it. That's what you do. Just set it up and where are you going to go and see what he says. Okay. Other than that, so it's going to either settle things down where he'll feel okay that you really are his kid, or you'll know that you're not, in which case you can cut ties and go on about your business. Yeah, it's so stupid posting shit on the internet. Nothing's anonymous. Your IP address is traceable, right? Don't people know about that anymore? Nothing you post on the internet is anonymous. unless you some supreme hacker that's going to bounce shit from all over the world from server to server. So it's like too hard to trace. But your average person that's sitting at their computer at work, at the job, or at a computer lab somewhere at the library, whatever, they know it's you. That's what's happening with this COVID. Have you noticed everything now is trackable? Everybody's ordering food. Everybody's, you can't even cross the bridge now unless you're in California. You got to have fast track so they can track your movements, where you go, what bridges you crossing, where you at. It's all kind of stuff. All of this, is a result of COVID. So they say. But that's what's happening. So everybody's going to be, you're getting tracked a lot more now. Keep that in mind. So ain't nothing, you ain't posting nothing on the internet anonymously. Question number 6, male, 31 to 39 from Winnipeg, Canada. I had a casual relationship with a 21-year-old woman about 2 years ago. I was 34 at the time. We were together for about a year, but due to the age difference, I never seriously intended for anything serious. She got pregnant but wasn't sure about having an abortion. However, I was quite sure I didn't want to have children at that point in my life, so I convinced her to have an abortion. I'm not playing the blame game here or pointing a finger at her. I just thought having a child would make no sense to either of us, taking into account the nature of our relationship. I broke off contact immediately after the abortion. Use. However, we came across each other the other day. We still have some common acquaintances, and after the initial awkwardness, we talked for a while. I asked her how she was doing, and she said I should have asked that 2 years ago. Since we never really had a final conversation at the time, she said she deeply regretted the abortion and had a major depression afterwards. She added that she would have had the child if it was today, and that she would not forgive how I pressed her and rushed her to have an abortion to get rid of the problem as quickly as possible. I mean, I get it. Must have been a difficult moment for her, but it was hardly an ideal environment to go ahead with that pregnancy. Okay, I have several things to say to you. You a fucking asshole. Number one, how you gonna just turn your back on somebody and run away after she had an abortion? Who does that and calls himself a human being? You, sir, are a roach. You ain't shit. Bottom line. I don't know what else to tell you. Um, Okay, so that's one thing. I agree with you about the fact that this was a stupid situation to have a baby in. However, as you know, I'm a full advocate of abortions. I totally support them. I just believe more women should get them. And this whole thing about, she deeply regretted it. That bitch is stupid. She don't know at 21 what kind of regret she would have when she was sitting up there with a screaming baby and no money and about to get fired from her job because she missed too much work because she didn't have a sitter. Okay, and right now with COVID, a lot of people they losing their jobs right and left. They have to because they run out of leave. They leave without pay, and the company, at a certain period of time, can dismiss them. They don't have to, but they can, especially if they need somebody. So, it's a tough time for single parents. It's a really tough time. So she doesn't even understand the drama that she escaped, especially having you as the father of a child. You ain't shit. So and even nobody with your DNA and genes and whatnot should be floating around on this planet, but you. You should never reproduce because you don't have the right kind of attitude. You don't give a shit. Who dips out on somebody after they had an abortion like that? You could at least stayed a week or two just to make sure she was cool and, emotionally stable and stuff, but you didn't even give a fuck about that. You ain't shit, I repeat. So, I don't know what you was writing to me for. Is that you just wanted to hear me say that you ain't shit, which in case I have obliged. But if you ever have that situation again, you weasel and you get somebody pregnant, which you shouldn't because at 34, which what you now 36, you ought to know how to cover up and protect this, keep this from happening. You the older person in this situation and you acting like you're a fucking teenager. Just sticking your shit up in people raw. I just don't even know what to say. I just never met anybody so trifling. Question number 7. This is a female, 31 to 39, out of Columbus, Ohio. Let me get some water. Calling you all them different names and dried out my throat. All right. Maybe I'm a little bit insecure and need to change my way of thinking, but I have always been ashamed of the amount of money I make at the age of 33, the low 40s. Hmm. Well, that wouldn't be shit around here, but I mean, maybe in Columbus, Ohio, that's a workable salary. I don't know. I've also always felt that this will scare men off. Of course, I don't tell them this, but I'm sure that they can tell by the car I drive in '09, which is in good condition, and the area I live in, which is working class. Although I make little money, I have always been good with finances. I have a very high credit score, no debt whatsoever. I try to have a budget with which money I have and always put something into my savings. I feel very embarrassed about this because I don't have $1,000 mattress or a big screen television, but everything is kept clean, although I can be a clutter bug. I can afford the mattress, but I would rather keep my money in my savings as the mattress and appliances I have are clean and in working condition. I do like to shop like any other woman, but stay within my budget. I'm just ashamed that I make such little money. I'm also not very well traveled, although I can hold an intelligent conversation about pretty much anything. That's it. That's it. So let me see what it is. There a question here? Okay, so you think that your lack of money would scare men off. No, it doesn't. Especially if you fine and young and fine. They don't give a shit about that. The men don't get with unless they're the leechy kind, which we call them the dusty ones that trying to live up off of somebody. Unless they're that kind, they don't care about how much money you make as long as you make some. I mean, they don't want you, sitting around and eating bonbons and just getting your nails done and with your hands stuck out. No, they don't like that part. But actually, some men don't even mind that. They want you to stay at home and take care of the house. So it just depends on what kind of guy you get. But I have never heard a man complain about his woman's salary. I haven't met that man. I'm sure there must be some out there, but I haven't met any. They just want to see, you doing something, and so they feel like actually they seem like they care more when you make more than them than when you make less. So I don't think you have anything to worry about. You drive a car that's an '09 that's newer than the one I drive. My car is in pretty mint condition, but it's still old. Um, you have a high credit score and no debt. Excellent. You try to have a budget. You always put money into savings. You know what all of this means to me is that even though you don't have a lot of money, you are an excellent money manager. You handle your business financially. So even though you don't have a lot coming in, what you manage what you do have extremely well. So the only thing that's as far as $1,000 mattress, you can get a nice mattress on sale. You don't have to pay no $1,000. I ordered mine on the internet. What did I get? Something. It's like this dense. I don't know. It's some kind of new technology type of mattress. I forget what brand it's called. But anyway, it came like you have to like take it out of this giant tube and let it sit overnight and it like fluffs up. It was just like the bomb. And I think with the tube mattress and the frame and everything, I paid about $800, $700 for everything. And this is like one of the best mattresses I ever slept on. As soon as I lay down, I'm like out cold. And my back doesn't hurt. No, not purple, but it's that kind of, yeah, a company like that. But it's called something with an N. But I don't know. I don't remember. No, it's not purple. It's not that. It's something with an N. Nexus or so. I don't know. Something. But anyway, it's great. I love it. So, but what you can think of, you need to I'm not gonna go look at it. You should take care of your body. Okay, if your mattress is starting to hurt your back or it has sinks in it and springs or something's going on with it, get rid of it. That's bad for your bones and your muscles. And invest in something that's good for your body. You doing all of this stuff and putting all this money away and stuff, that's great. But why would you be suffering physically for that? So keep that in mind. The average mattress is only good for 10 years. And after mine, I always change them about 7, 6. I cannot. By the time that, them traditional mattresses, 6, 7 years, they say, oh, it has a 12-year guarantee. Yeah, okay. 6th year, I'm like, I'm shopping for a new one. I want a new one because I don't like the way this one feels anymore. They start getting broken in. Um, and your appliances, if they work, that's fine. I don't know. I would think though that if you're a smart lady like this, you should be able to find something to make some more money so that you don't need to feel ashamed of yourself. Low self-esteem is at the core of someone feeling ashamed of themselves. I think it's called nectar. Yes, there you go, Miss Ann. I have a nectar mattress, and that is the bomb shit. Okay, they need to hire me to be a spokesperson because I would definitely pump that up. Plus, it was some special, and I got 2 pillows for free and some other stuff. I don't know. It was like this little kit. It was great. It was fabulous. It's fabulous. And I downsized from a queen to a full because that queen was taking up way too much room in my space in my room, floor, what they call floor space. I'm like, wait a minute, I don't need all this space. And even when somebody come over, it's like that just makes them have to sleep closer to me. So I downsized to a full and it's worked out quite well. I have way more. I can fit my rocking chair in my bedroom now. My mother gave me a rocking chair when I was pregnant with my daughter. I still have it. No, you don't need a box spring. I have like a frame. I think I have my old box spring because it was like I said, it was less than 6 years old. I think I put it on it so just to make it higher. But to tell you the truth, I don't remember. But it has like a little platform bed thing. And I just love it. And I ordered all of that together and it was like a discount on sale and stuff. I go for sales. That's how I manage my money. I don't do without, but I make sure I get a good price, a good sale, discounts, coupons. I'm gonna maximize my money. But if it's something I know I need, or even if I want it real bad, I'm gonna get it because I work hard. I bust my ass. I'm not gonna be suffering and waking up with back pains and shit to have money in my bank account while my back I'm walking all bent over and stuck because of my mattress. Yeah, I had the Nectar mattress for about a year now. And it's really good. They have a 1 year guarantee. Anytime in there, you could throw it, give it back. And I was like, oh no, no. They sent me a note. Do you want to return it? I said, no, thank you. No thanks. I like it. Yes. I'm trying to tell you. You have to take care of yourself, especially when you start getting old. Shoot, your bones already be creaking and whatnot. Waking my neck, my back, my hip, my knee. And you already be waking up like that. So you better get you a good mattress. Anyway, my commercial is over. Let's move on. Question number 8. This is a male in the 30 to 39 age group out of Jacksonville, Florida. I was ruminating on the reasons as to why all my relationships so far have failed. And then it dawned on me that I have literally never verbalized my attraction to any of the women I've been in relationships with so far. What? In other words, I've never told any of the women I've been in relationship with that I find them attractive or sexy, whatever other appropriate adjective a man can use in that situation. Not to even mention the more flowery scenario of saying things like, I love you so much, baby. It also occurred to me that all my past girlfriends slash partners that I got around to talking about why we were breaking up mentioned that I'm too distant. And now I'm thinking that maybe this could have been part of the reason why. Of course, it could very well be that I'm totally off my rocker for even thinking of this as being one of the main causes of my apparent shortcomings in the relationship realm, which is why I'm curious to hear the opinions of you and the ladies of your squad with regards to this matter. Go ahead, kick my ass. I'm thinking I probably deserve it. Oh boy, man, is this an invitation? Bend over so we can paint a target on your ass because this is about to hit repeatedly, sir. How in the world are you going to have a relationship with someone where they're giving their heart, they're feeling, they love you, they want to be with you, they're excited to see you, they're excited to cuddle with you, they want to kiss and hug you, and you never give them anything? You never compliment them. You never say anything romantic to them. And you never say after all of that that you love them. You just never say that. Then you wonder why the women you feel like you're cold like an ice bucket and don't want nothing to do with you and they leave you. It's like dating a fucking robot. Who do you think wants that? So it's like, they start feeling like they're just being used for eggplant after a while. some companionship and some eggplant, and you just don't have any feelings and will have them. And so they leave you. And I'm surprised that, if you notice that you say all my relationships have failed, all of them, because you in a situation where you're not giving your partners anything. Why would they stay with you? This is kind of a no-brainer, and I'm surprised it took you this long to figure it out. So it's just like this. Either you really, because in my personal experience, I can't speak for everybody. In my personal experience, when a man is really feeling you, he can't hold it back. He cannot. He can't. It's going to show in the way he looks at you. It's going to show in the way he touches you. It's going to show in his concern he displays about you. He's going to be a worry wart worse than your mother. Are you okay? What's going on? You need some help? What's happening? Can I pick you up? You all right? You cold? You hot? You need some? Everything all right? What's going on? They're knee deep in your business, making sure that you're okay. And then it's fine. That's how he's showing that he cares and loves, is trying to protect you and make sure that you're okay. And he's doing his manly thing, and that's what he's supposed to be doing. But if you're not doing any of those things, then how is he supposed to know that you care? It's like you just a buddy that they screwing or something. I don't really understand your relationship. But like I said, I have never seen a man who really feels something for a woman be able to hold it back. He's gonna show. He's the way he hugs you, the way he just says your name. I mean, all of it all comes together. And and then the words spill out. He can't hold it back. So the fact that you have been able to hold it back through every one of these relationships means you didn't give a fuck. I can say that with confidence, because in any relationship I had where I never told a dude, I might have even told him I liked him that much. You know why? Because I would have been lying. So if they're feeling that kind of way about the way that they were in a relationship with you, they would leave you, and that would be, yeah. So you're right. Yeah, he's like a fucking robot. I'm telling you. He's dating a robot. Who wants that? Except for that one. What was that movie? Remember that movie AI? Jude Law played that sex robot. He was kind of cute. But anyway, let me move on. Question number 9. Male, 31 to 39, out of Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Happily married. I have a good relationship over the last 7 years. My estranged sister's coming into town, and I'm going to go see her for the first time in forever. She invited me and my wife to dinner with her. I told my wife that I'm going alone. I'm going to discuss family issues with my sister, and that conversation will be a lot easier and more honest if it's just me and my sister. My wife is very upset. She's hurt that I don't want her to come. I don't understand what the big deal is. If my wife goes with me, I can't have the same frank/honest conversation that I need to have with my sister. And it's about family issues that have nothing to do with my wife. I'm not hiding anything from my wife. That would affect her. So what do you say? Am I being unreasonable here? Absolutely. First of all, motherfucker, your sister, who is your estranged sister, meaning you haven't seen her for probably years, a decade or more, um, reached out to you and invited you and your wife to dinner. Your wife, not just you. Now, the fact that she invited your wife means to me that all this shit that you talking about family business and all this old ancient history and bullshit, your sister didn't want that. Okay, she's not ready for that. She's estranged from you. So don't you think maybe you guys ought to like reformulate your relationship and just talk about what's been going on and how you feel and your childhoods, with your vacations, what foods you like, where you're working, who you've been dating, in her case, if she's married, who she's been dating. I mean, the kids, just innocuous things, stuff where you can laugh, light shit. Okay, you have plenty of time later to talk about the family stuff, but you want to fuck it up by having your own agenda. See, that's probably why she's estranged from you, because you fucked up. You want to do what you want to do to the point where you make everybody around you uncomfortable, but you don't give a shit about that. All you care about is what you want to do. I'm going to tell you something. You invite your wife, You take your wife and you shut your fucking mouth. You don't talk about nothing about no goddamn family business on your first meeting with your sister and you haven't seen in years. What's wrong with you? Who you think wants to go to dinner and talk about that? Don't be shocked if your sister get up and walk the fuck out and don't talk to you for another 10 years. That's where you headed. There's something wrong with you. Okay? That's not how you handle this. You take your wife, you apologize profusely, say, I was stupid, I was crazy, I don't know what was I was thinking, I lost my mind. And yes, we're gonna go, we're gonna, I want you to meet my sister. We're gonna have a nice dinner, we're gonna have a nice conversation, laugh, tell a few jokes. Is that the song that says laugh, tell a few jokes? We're gonna do that, and then we'll come home and I'll make arrangements to talk about this kind of stuff with my sister another time. It's stuff that we do need to talk about, but it doesn't have to be today. It's been undealt with all these years. You can wait another week or two, motherfucker. You just a trip. Something's wrong with you. You just don't, you're not even thinking. You're just thinking about yourself and what you want. And the two women in your life, that's right now the two most important women, you just basically tell them, fuck both of you and what you want. I want to do what I want to do. So your wife is pissed at you, and when your sister finds out what you did, she's gonna be pissed at you too. I suggest you rethink this and undo what you did. Okay, let's move on. My God. Question 10, female 20 to 30 from South End on Sea, UK. Wow, I wonder where that is. We get so many letters from the UK. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry, this thing I can't hear. Okay, here we go. How do you handle it if your current partner begins asking you about your past? Oh, questions like how many people have you been with? Wow. How much are they entitled to know if you're beginning a serious relationship? Do they have a right to know? If not, how to tactfully decline from answering them if they start getting too curious? I'm asking because of watching 90 Day Fiancé and watching Ed and Rose was exactly how an ex was with me, really insecure and interrogating me constantly about my past. It was really hard. Now I see it's on the show, so maybe it's not that uncommon. Is it okay to be jealous over your partner's past? If not, what is the best way to assuage a partner who is obsessed over your past? Okay, on this channel are several videos about women talking too much. Okay. One thing you should never do is talk about your past and any men that you've been with before you've been with this dude. Now, if you was married and you got a couple of kids, and y'all got custody and visitation things and stuff, well, obviously you were married to that man. Obviously you slept with him. Obviously there's some history there and all that kind of stuff. That's different. You just a single woman and you just be talking, just trotting out all the dudes that you slept with. Why would you do that? Why do you think that the new dude cares? Why do you think even if his stupid dumbass asked that question that he really wants to know? He doesn't. All it's going to do is make you look like an idiot. So either he's going to think you lying about how many that you slept with, or he's going to accuse you of being a hoe. Either way, it's that win-win situation for you. That's why women should shut the fuck up. Stop always trying to be, oh, I need to be honest. I need to be honest. No, you don't. You need to tell him it's none of his goddamn business what you did before you met him. Even up till yesterday, it's not your business. Okay. Even today, it's not your business because guess what? We're not in a relationship. And the fact that it may be, quote, as you call it, beginning a serious relationship, I don't give a fuck. Is there a ring on your finger? Even then, you don't tell them because husbands are stupid too. Okay. They can't handle it. Men always want to know this shit. They ask the stuff, but they don't really want to know. It's just their curiosity talking. So when they start asking questions about stuff like that, you say, wow, you know what Trump said today? I was reading on Facebook. Yeah, that motherfucker crazy. And then you start talking about that. Or you start talking about, do you know in China, the stuff that they sell over here is like 1/20th the price there that it is here. Is that amazing? It might be cheaper to go to buy a plane ticket and fly to China, buy the shit and bring it back here than it is to just go buy it. The markup is incredible. All them taxes and stuff. And he's gonna be looking at you like you're crazy. Like, what? Why are you talking about that? And you say that makes about as much what I was talking about just makes about as much sense as you asking me about some previous dick. Okay. We're not going to talk about that, in other words. We can talk about the price of tea in China. We can talk about NASA. We can talk about math problems that we had in eighth grade. We can talk about your bitch ass mama. We can talk about a whole bunch of stuff. But one thing we not going to talk about is my sex life before I met you or any other time up until you put a ring on it. Because other than that, I'm single. I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. And I want you to understand that. I'll be quick to put a motherfucker on notice. Don't think you staking a claim on me. You are not staking a claim. Okay, just because we went out a couple of times, that don't mean shit to me. Which is another thing we're gonna have to talk about. Y'all who start dating somebody and instantly want to claim it as your boyfriend and be having all these expectations and shit. That's unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna just say some crazy shit because what the whole point of saying whatever you say is to distract him from what he was trying to. You're just gonna show him that how stupid what he's asking you is. So you're gonna talk about all kind of other stuff. But don't you notice that men do that to you? Well, where were you? Where was I? Where was I? What day are you talking about? What time? Wow, babe. Why are you asking me that? Well, shoot. I don't really remember where I was. Oh, probably, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But babe, what about you? Where was you? Why was you asking me that? Okay, so they're gonna flip it around to you. That's how men do with women all the time. And y'all, you don't even be bothered about it. So there's nothing wrong with you doing that back to them. Give them a taste of their own medicine. I'm not answering no question that I don't want to answer. Mm-mm. So yeah, you don't never tell a man that. Never. I don't care how many times he asks. You just say, well, that's really none of your business, and we're not going to talk about that. I'm not going to ask you, and you're not going to ask me. Am I understood? And he'll say yes or no. In which case, whatever it is, it's like, I don't really give a fuck because I just met you. And just like you look good coming, you look just as good going. That back view, stellar. Got a cute little ass and shit. Bye-bye. You know what I mean? You can't get too hung up on these dudes. Well, you're not gonna ask him what he got to gain because he gonna come up with some shit to tell you that. You don't never ask him no questions. You don't invite conversation, STL. You do not do that. That's the wrong approach. What you do is just shut it down. You shut it down by being ridiculous. Start talking about Roadrunner cartoons because Wile E. Coyote. Where he get all that money from to be ordering all that shit from Acme Corporation anyway? I ain't never seen that motherfucker with a job. Does he have investments? Does he have inheritance? Does he have a trust fund? Where he getting all this money from? Because that shit ain't free. And he'd be this shit be airshipped, airdropped and stuff. So the plane, he hiring a plane and shit. Is that FedEx? I don't know what's going on, but it should be falling from the sky. That costs a lot of money. Stuff like that. See, that just came to my mind. That's what I'm saying. Just if you're a crazy person, then they'll never get no information out of you. Never. Never. I mean, but didn't you ever wonder that though as a kid? I used to sit there and wonder that. Because, like, how come when I buy something at the store, I have to have some money? But this motherfucker, he ain't even on the internet because it wasn't the internet them days. How did he get all that stuff to be trying to trap Road Runner? That always used to intrigue me. I would be trying to figure that shit out. And I would be talking about that with the man to get him to start thinking about it too, instead of how many dicks I rode. Because, figuring out what Wile E. Coyote was getting his money from is much more satisfying. Trust me. Because, these men, we done talked about that. Trash stick. Let's move on to question number 11. This is a female 22 to 30 out of Philly. I've had multiple dates from dating sites in which the guy will ghost me after what I thought was a great second date. It makes me so angry because I sit around checking my phone and thinking, oh no, he can't be ghosting me. And it just prolongs the anxiety. Any date that I have gone on that didn't go well, I make sure to tell them as soon as they message that I had fun but don't see a connection. I don't want to lead anyone on because it's the worst feeling. I have called out the ghosters and basically get the same response that they are sorry they are dealing with a lot right now and didn't mean to ignore me. even after I say, I would appreciate it if you just told me you're not interested, no one can just give a straight answer. I mean, obviously, there could be things going on in other people's lives that I don't know of, or just seems odd that everyone has the same response. Isn't anyone else dealing with this that you know of? I just wish everyone could be upfront with each other. No, you don't. No, you don't. See, this is the part that drives me crazy. People always say that I just wish people could be honest. I wish they could just tell me. Okay, let me be the dude. Okay, so he ghosted you. Okay, so say I'm a dude and I ghosted you on the second date, and you want me to be honest and tell you why I don't want to see you no more. Do you know if you have a fool on the other end of the phone that you inviting your ego, your self-esteem, and your very consciousness to be cream sauced? You don't never ask no motherfucker that question. Don't ever do that. Just be happy that he's gone and he's gone quietly. Okay? Because if you ask that shit to the wrong person, he's gonna fuck you up. And you're gonna deserve it for asking him. Who gives a fuck why he didn't want to see you anymore? You went out with him 2 times. Okay? I've been on more job interviews than that. When I got a job at Gen Intake. You know how many times I had to interview there? 4. Okay? 4 times. Okay? That's more times than you went on a date. You tripping. So I would say this, like a girl calls me and I'm a dude. Well, I don't understand. Why didn't you want to see me anymore? Well, do you want the polite answer or you want the truth? No, I just want you to be honest. I want you to, you know why? Because I can't stand your bitch ass. That laugh you had makes me think that I was in the movie, The Wizard of Oz. You sound like the Wicked Witch of the West. I couldn't stand that shit. And your teeth, what the fuck happened? Your grill girl is like shit all sitting on top of each other and shit. I don't want to look at that. And that makeup you wear, what the fuck century are you from? Blue eyeshadow, are you for real? Who still does that? And your hair. I mean, it's just like everything about you, your clothes, your hair, your smell, everything. I can't stand nothing about you. Your conversation's weak and you look stupid. I hated the fact that I even went out with you, wasting my time. Now, after dude reads you like that, what you gonna do? You're gonna sit there in a puddle crying your eyes out for 6 weeks. That's why you don't never ask no motherfucker why he didn't want to see you a second time. You setting yourself up for that. If you got the wrong kind of dude on the phone, I mean, he might not even be that kind, but the way you ask him rubbed in the wrong way. So he reads you the right act. I'm trying to get you guys to understand the ramifications for certain behaviors that you have and attitudes that you have where you expect shit that you shouldn't expect. Okay, no man don't owe you an explanation about why he don't want to see you at the third time. You asked the wrong motherfucker that, and you gonna be sorry the rest of your damn life. And no matter what reason he gives you, that's only applies to him anyway. It don't apply to nobody else but him. So who gives a fuck? He's already gone. Okay, he don't want you. So you chase around trying to get a reason why he don't want to see you. Who gives a shit what he thinks? I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. If he's even just half as evil as me, he's going to ream you. He going to talk about everything about you. Okay? Yeah, 6 weeks of tears. All over, crying at work, crying on the bus, crying in your car, crying in the bed, crying in the shower. You're just going to be crying everywhere. And it just makes it because he just totally devastated you because you asked a stupid ass question. You don't ask no question like that. You don't give a fuck what he thinks. Who gives a shit what he likes? What he likes is irrelevant. Okay, he's gone, remember? I'm telling you, I'm just like, don't. Because if I ghost you, I'm saving your life. Okay, the life of your ego anyway. Because there's something about you that rubbed me the wrong way. I mean, like seriously, to where I don't even want to say goodbye. I'm just like, oh, fuck this shit. Okay, then I'm out. That's where you should let it go. Just let it stay there. Don't call me. Don't ask me nothing. Because I'll be like, who? Why you calling me? Oh, I want to know, what was up? How come you left me? Oh, you do? Let me tell you. And then I'm going to start. So don't do that, ladies. Let that go. Okay. Let's move on. Question 12, female 22 to 34 out of London. So my boyfriend usually always complimenting me on how I look when I see him, telling me how pretty I am. But sometimes he makes comments that hurt my feelings. For example, saying that I'm a 7 out of 10. Are you pretty for an ex-girl? We are both African, by the way. Ugh. You're beautiful for an ex-girl. Calling my picture a catfish? Wow. You're pretty, not hot. Your hair is coarse, etc. He is very vain about other people's appearances, so it feels like an extra dig to me. He thinks I am overreacting, that I'm just being insecure. That what matters is that he compliments me a lot anyway, and I should just forget about those few comments. I would just like for him to acknowledge that these are backhanded compliments and are rude. It's called negging. He says I need to look within myself to see why I'm so focused on these comments. I would say I'm pretty confident in how I look, so I'm not sure what I could be insecure about. Am I being insecure, Deb? Also, he likes to come to my job when I'm dressed not that great with no makeup, then ask me to take a picture. I always say no. He thinks it's because I'm insecure. I say no because I know he will send it to his friend who is just as critical about looks as him, and I just don't want to be subjected to that. What should I say or do here? Girl, you need to roll up your sleeves and get a gully. Get gully. Okay, so he gonna talk about you're pretty for an ex-girl. Saying you a 7 out of 10. Say, well, you a 5 out of 10. But I still decided to give you a chance. You ought to be grateful. Little 5 star. Little 5 steps. Little 5 steps. Yeah, she should move on, but she got to fuck him up first. See, you guys, you can't just move on. She's in a relationship with this guy. You cannot just move on after he's treated you like this. You have got to get him back. Otherwise, when you leave, you don't ever feel good about it. You don't feel satisfied. You don't get that sense of accomplishment. You can't relish the moment that you saw his fucking face crack. You have to get him back. You don't just walk. You got to make him, see his face destroyed. Because he's just running around with his little shattered, with his little false self-esteem. Like the only way he can make himself feel better is by putting you down. And that's what you're supposed to tell him. It's like, when obviously, no, you don't know that. Stop it. But obviously, he has very low self-esteem. So he wants to try to build himself up by putting you down. So what you do is use that against him, right? So you know what he looks like, right? So he's talking about your hair is coarse. Well, it's no more coarse than yours. Your shit look like a Brillo pad. I should scrub pots with that shit. What are you talking about? And your head is misshapen anyway. You need to grow your hair longer because them lumps and bumps and stuff going on in your head is not cute. Okay. And then he's going to say something. Yeah, you got to crack their face. And then he's going to say something like, well, you're pretty for X and you're beautiful for X or something like, I know I'm beautiful for anything. And I'm far too beautiful for you. Now that has to be your closing line. I'm far too beautiful for you and far too beautiful to be taking this bullshit from you anymore. I don't care to talk to you anymore. I want you to the fuck up out of my face. Don't call me. Don't look for me. Don't come to my job because I might stab you. Don't. Stay away from me. That's what to be your best bet. And talking about your picture look like a catfish. Well, what picture does he have? Talk about his. And you're pretty not hot. Brother, you ain't seen hot since you last touched a hot plate or something, grilled something or whatever. I don't know however you guys cook. And he's very vain about other people's appearances. Other people's appearances? How is he vain about other people? I don't really understand that part. And what matters is that he compliments you. See, this is how they get you. And I've talked about this last year. Well, no, it was this year in February, how they, you guys get set up because when you have shaky self-esteem and you are dependent upon someone else's view of you and compliments and stuff, the women will actually say that, he gives me self-esteem. No, if you feel like you're getting it because some outside source, you don't have none. That's the key word there, self. So somebody complimenting you should be the same as somebody telling you that your French fries are ready. I mean, you say thank you, but it doesn't change anything about how you feel about yourself. That's the mistake that most women make. While they're busy globbing onto all these compliments, right? Dudes checking you out. That's what narcs do. They look at your reaction. They see that it has a positive effect on you. They see that they can control your emotions by what they say to you. And so here you are just flitting around like a fucking fairy because you're so happy that somebody said something nice to you. Then he knows he got you. So then once he gets tired of that and he wants to start his destruction campaign, he's gonna start with this shit like he's doing. The nagging, start trying to break you down. Why? Because you gave him that power. Because you didn't do what I told you and keep your emotions under control. Whether he compliments you, whether he cusses you out, your face should be the same. It should have the exact same impact on you, which is nothing. Because his opinion of whether you is good or bad doesn't matter. What matters is what you think about yourself. Okay, everybody, I mean, it's nice. Don't get me wrong. It's nice if they think you're pretty and it's nice if they compliment you and all that stuff. I mean, I'm not saying that that is, a negative thing. What I'm saying is you should not let that define who you are. You don't let it make you feel anything because then as soon as they get tired of it or they want to kind of make you upset and control you or make a fight or anything, they're going to yank that out from under you and devastate you and you'll be on the couch crying because he said something that he didn't like about you. But if you didn't give a shit whether he complimented you or not, whether he says, "Oh, you're so beautiful," or whether you're so ugly, you'd be like, for both of them, and go on your merry way without it impacting you at all. So this is a valuable lesson, especially for the young ones who think, oh, he thinks I'm pretty, he thinks I'm fine, he thinks this and that, and you up there all preening and shit because he said these things about you. It doesn't mean anything. It's just words. Okay, what means something is what you think about yourself. When you look at that person in the mirror, what do you think about the chick looking back at you? That's all that counts. Because that's the only person that's going to go with you everywhere you go in life and even into death. Okay, that person staring back at you. That's the only person who matters. Men will come and go, and they're going to have a whole bunch of different attitudes. You know what I mean? Watch that. Let's move on. Oh, bonehead fool. Question 13 from a young man in the 31 to 39 age group from Greensboro, North Carolina. I had a 4-hour date, 4 hours this week, and it was fun. But the woman dropped a few dark stories and a couple of weird ones. In this 4-hour date, she, number one, matter of factly mentioned that she had been, the R word twice, like assaulted R word. Like randomly threw it into the conversation. Wow. Number two, went on a tangent about her dad was an abusive alcoholic who thought women should be submissive. Number three, talked about multiple men that she dated for a year. It's time range that would never be exclusive with her, and she hung around for a year until they stopped responding. Number four, talked about how she went out with a millionaire. This chick is doing the most. Last year, that would alter multiple stakes when they go out to dinner because he was so rich. But his mind was always blown that she wasn't impressed by his money. He later moved to Texas and ghosted her, but she said that she would have moved to Texas if he had asked. Number five, dated a guy that got obsessively into working out and would do so many pull-ups every morning that he gets stress fractures on his wrist. Deb, I like her, but this was only date number two. I feel like dropping all of this. Is this signs of mental instability? What are your thoughts? Oh, hell yeah. I'm telling you, I would break out like Usain Bolt. Woof, and be gone. She is crazy. There's something wrong with her. Who does stuff like this? First of all, see, this is somebody who, you're right, is just immensely and emotionally unstable. She should not be trying to date. She should be on somebody's couch, like, a professional, talking this out. She should maybe be talking this with dudes that she met online or wherever she all met. And I don't understand a 4-hour date. I'm like, okay, at 40 minutes, I'm looking at my watch like, oh, isn't this over yet? I have ADHD. The longest thing I do at one time is this show. I'm just all over the place. I cannot do that. I need to be doing something else. Like if we go, I had to do like over 4 hours. I need to do like 80 different things in 4 hours. I can't just be sitting there looking at you. I can't do it. That might be, but I don't know because I'm wondering what it is that he likes so much. The first date must have been really good because this was the second date, right? And this is what she's doing all these revelations. So as you see that he's ready to go though, so it don't matter what it is, because the first date was good, right? The second date is when all of this happened. So now he's ready to dip. So whatever beauty or whatever she has, it ain't enough to make him forget that she crazy. All right, keep that in mind. They had one date that was regular. This was the second date. Okay, so that's why they had the second date. If she had done this on the first date, he would have dipped then. Okay, so it's not always about looks. She, I mean, she might have served up a great first date, but what sounds like what it is, girlfriend forgot to take her meds before date number 2. That's what it sounds like. Question 14, female 31 to 39 from Hobart, Australia. My partner started ogling other women when I was with him a few months into the relationship. Okay. That was the point at which you were supposed to dip out. The first time I didn't say anything. The second time I told him and also said I didn't feel good about it. He answered that he couldn't remember. The second time he said he looked at another woman and this woman was ugly. He was lying. I asked him why these things happened because we were only a few months together. He could not give me an answer. It was very hard for him as I was in love with him and he is very manipulative. I continued to see him. He continued to do his ogling again and again, always the same type of women. In the end, I could not continue. He can't accept this and wants me to believe that he did not do anything bad. He can't admit that he's not able to control himself. He promises to change, but I lost it. Why are men so smart when it's too late? He has a powerful libido. Maybe that's why he is doing this? Question mark. I can't believe that someone in love the first few months can't keep his eyes away from other women. This ogling he did was about 15 seconds every time, and it was very embarrassing. My question is, how can a man who is telling me that he's in love continue to ogle and lust? It's disturbing because you don't go by what they say. I've said this 50 million times. You go by what they do. And a man who treats you like this is utterly disrespectful. He don't give a shit about you. Especially now, he did it the first time. You said you didn't say anything. You're supposed to say something the first time. If you do that rude shit again, we're through. Okay, so whatever we was getting ready to have going on here, that's it. Personally, at the age that I am now, if they do that one time, I'm done. And but I'm saying, she's younger than me, and so she, is gonna give more chances and this and that. Old, when you're old, you already know. They already know how to act. So he trying to act like he don't know what to happen because they're only in their early 30s. You got dudes in their 50s and they still don't know how to act. Well, I think it's time that we part ways because I don't have time to teach you. That's some shit that you should have learned by now with all your life lessons. You know how to treat a woman. I don't have time to go through lessons and be instructing you and guiding you and tutoring you and all the shit that some women like to do. Well, you shouldn't do that because, that's very hurtful and it's disrespectful and, I don't like it and it just makes me feel bad. Why do you do that? You want to have all these conversations about it and stuff. I'm not wasting my time. I done told you time. You can't get that back. You don't waste it on dusty ass men that disrespect you. So the first time, I'm telling you, the first time I'm with you and you do some shit like that, you do anything I don't like. You say something weird to me. I was telling somebody today about the eyebrow dating story. Remember that one I told you all about? The dude, that date lasted what, 10 minutes? 15 minutes? Some short amount of time. Because the first thing he did, sit down at the table before we could even order. He was going in on me about my eyebrows and what I should do to arch my eyebrows or something. My eyebrows, this is how my eyebrows were born. This is how they stay. I don't touch them. I don't do nothing to them. I don't tweeze them. I don't do anything. My eyebrows are naturally just like this. I like them like that. That's how they going to stay. I don't touch them. I don't do nothing to them ever. I've never have. And so I don't really understand why and who he thought he was going to try to critique me like that. I got my person, got the fuck up and left. So I have to cuss him out real quick. But you know what I mean? That's the kind of thing. I have very firm boundaries of how you are going to treat me and how you are going to talk to me. And no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. So you have to decide, young lady, if this is the kind of situation you want in the future, if a guy treats you that way, what you're going to do. Because now they don't change. They're gonna try to find a way to make you, suck it up and take it, but they're not gonna change. They're not gonna stop doing that. That the shortest date, I think that was it. Yeah. because we came to the place. I met them there. They seated us right away. They come, they sit you down, and they give you the menus, right? We're looking at the menus. We hadn't even ordered yet. You know how they bring you the water and all the stuff? They hadn't even brought that yet. And he looked up from his menu and he said that made that snarky comment about my eyebrows. So I'm just being gracious saying that it was 10 minutes. I don't think it was even that long, to tell you the truth. Because when they sit you down, they give you the menus when they sit you down. And then we started, looking at them and we were talking them over there. So, but I'll just say 10 minutes, just to be nice, say 10 minutes. Yeah. I'm not hitting him with my beautiful purse. Fuck him. I don't want his ash on my stuff. They dusty. You keep that. You keep that over there on that side of the table. Yeah, but I'd have to say that was the shortest date. I've had some other ones that were pretty short too, but that was the shortest. All right. So this lady is 31 to 39. She's out of the UK. This is question 15. I'm a 32-year-old female and I've been married to my husband. He's 36 for 10 years. During that time, I was aware that he sends half of his salary to his parents, but they refused to work. They had their children as teenagers and have since qualified themselves in different fields, so they are not of retirement age yet, but they prefer to stay at home. My husband has two sisters in their 20s who contribute nothing towards his parents' expenses, and they refuse to. I should also mention that I had a wonderful job when I first married him, but he convinced me to get married in community of property as we are both thriving in our jobs. I don't know what that means. Recently, we managed to use our savings to buy a flat, and he asked if his parents would stay with us for 6 months till they found another place to stay. We moved to a different country, and they also wanted to relocate. He paid all their expenses, and they flew over and have been staying with us ever since. Well, the 6 months have come and gone, and they are still staying in our spare room. It's a two-bedroom flat, and they have made no attempt to find a place in their own and refused to find a job because my husband, said that he would always send them money. I recently lost my job due to COVID entrenchments, and I've been expected to pay half of the mortgage that my husband and I share, while my in-laws receive half his salary, use our water and electricity, eat our food, and stay in our flat for free. Is there any way I could ask them to at least contribute towards expenses? Whenever I broach the subject to him, he doesn't seem to want to talk to his parents about contributing towards the household because they get emotional. Meanwhile, they play loud music all day while they sit around, drink, and smoke, and we have had complaints from the tenants above and below us. Is there a way I can approach them about contributing anything or anything I can do about the situation at all? At this stage, I'm wondering if there's anything else they will take advantage of if given an opportunity. Why are you still there? I would have so moved the fuck out and demanded and got a divorce and made him sell that flat, give my money back. Now, the number one thing, hey, thanks, Leandra. The number one thing that you should stop doing right now is not paying a dime. His parents ain't paying shit. I'm not gonna pay shit. You the one fucking him. If he has anything to say about that, say, well, you know what? If you want some pussy, you need to go get it from your mama. Cause that's the bitch that you supporting. It ain't me. You ain't doing shit for me. You doing it for your mother. So you go fuck her. That's what you need to do. Cause I'm just this ain't working for me. You want to treat me like I'm like a fucking roommate or some shit, and like we like indentured service to your goddamn lazy ass parents. I'm not doing shit for them bitches. And I'm gonna tell you one thing too is if the neighbors complain one more time, your parents is getting an eviction notice from me. Okay, they're getting the fuck up out of here. You don't like it, you could go with them. I don't really care. All y'all can get the fuck out. Now, of course, you don't have any money. She liked him. She's married to him. They was together for years and years. That's not the point. Keep up now. She wanted to, but they moved to another country, living there for years, and then the parents wanted to come. That's when the problems came. And he's sending half his salary to support his parents who could be working. They're young, they could be working. Ain't nothing wrong with them. But that would be what I would do. I would immediately stop paying anything. He was like, "Are you gonna cook?" Nope, that make your mama do it. She ain't doing shit else. Well, the mortgage is due. Get the money from your mama and daddy. What you want from me? Well, the light bill. Live in the dark, burn candles. I really don't give a fuck. I'm not paying shit. That would be me. I'm not paying nothing. All the money you want to give to your parents, pay it out of that. Okay? They sitting up here living a life of Riley. Ain't paying no bills, ain't paying no rent. And you think I'm gonna cook and clean behind them? You can kiss the inside of my ass. How about that? That so wouldn't happen. Mm-mm. So I mean, I know this probably is not your choice of words, but the attitude is what I'm talking about. You need to have a steely heart about this situation. Stop being so fucking nice. That's why they're doing this, because you and your husband are little punks. You just let people roll in your house and just take over the fuck over. You're not gonna be playing no loud music in my house. I will go in there and I will unplug that shit. And if you don't, and throw the shit out the window and break it. Okay. And all the shit that you smoking, I will take it because I'm just that bitch. I'm going to scrape the shit into a bowl right there, snatch the shit out your hand and put it in a bucket of water. Don't be smoking in my fucking house. This is my goddamn house. You want to smoke in somewhere, you got to get your own plot, your own spot. And you want to be making music, making noise and shit, you going to do that in your own spot too. You going to be in my house, you going to be quiet as a fucking mouse. I don't want to hear shit from you. And you're going to do what you told, and you're going to shut it down so we can go to sleep at a sensible hour. That's what we're going to do. Anytime you don't like the rules in this house, you can get the fuck out. See? And that's it. That's me. Because you the woman of that house, not them. But yeah, my honey, he would get it. He would catch hell from me. He would want his parents up out of there so he could get some booty. Because he would be getting shit from me. Not as long as this shit was going on. No, you gonna fuck her. That's the woman that you idolize and pay for and shit. Go fuck that old tired bitch. That's what you need to do. Shit. Okay, wait. Okay. Question 16. Female 22 to 30 from Southeast Asia. I would appreciate your opinion. My boyfriend and I are together since last summer and live together since this June. We are both home officing, and in our country is locked down, which he takes worse than I do. So he decided to learn the language of the country where we live and just started to talk to some native speaker girls via video calls. He doesn't have many friends here, actually only one male friend, and this is his way how to find new ones. I support him with learning. I also offered my help, and I want him to have friends. I just would feel more comfortable if he would look for male friends, especially when he doesn't have many friends in general. I tried to express it to him in a calm conversation. I tried to show him this from my perspective. I also want to learn two languages which he speaks, so I could find some male native speakers to help, and he said he wouldn't like that. He also said I give him less freedom, not in exact words. I don't remember exactly the way he said it. Am I overthinking this? Thank you. Sorry for my English. I'm not a native speaker. Well, you did very well considering. I mean, I could tell, a few little choppy parts here and there. But all in all, you did very well. Your punctuation is good. Your grammar is perfect. So I don't have any complaints. So, relax. Now, what I'm going to say, though, is this. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. So if he gonna have female people teaching him how to speak these different languages, please go find some men and make sure that you screen them. Don't just get a man, get the best looking, youngest, finest one that you can find. Get you somebody who can speak multiple languages, who's got like one of the martial arts bodies. Them little motherfuckers is Bruce Lee fine. Okay, cut like a motherfucker. And then tell him while we're doing our lessons, I need you to take your shirt off. It helps me study better. It helps me remember. And you can sit there looking at him flex his muscles and stuff and say, can you turn to the back? Flex, let me see them lats. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm speaking all kind of tongues now. I'm speaking all kind of tongues. Bruce Lee was fine. I'm sorry. He was little, but that little motherfucker was cute. Okay, so I'm like, that's what he would get from me. See, women talk too much. You want to talk. Oh, I try to express them. You don't do all that talking. You show him. You do it. And then let him see it and say, oh, well, I didn't know it was going to be a problem because that's what you're doing. So if you can do it, that means I can do it too. Right? Let's see what he says. Because he's talking about, I wouldn't like that. I don't give a fuck what you like. Okay? Because when I didn't like it, you didn't have nothing to say. You was all argumentative and, making your point. So that's why in situations like this, I never, I just observe. I watch what you do, right? I'm not going to say nothing. I'm not going to check you, correct you, instruct you, advise you, discuss it, negotiate, nothing. I don't do that. I don't operate like that. I'm merely going to do exactly what you do because I am what? We did the whole video a couple of weeks ago. What? Mirroring the energy that you have given me. If you didn't see that video, go look for it. Just type in mirroring on the channel video search and it'll pop up. Watch that. That's how, this is what's missing here. She's not mirroring his energy. When you mirror what they do and reflect back to them the bullshit that they giving to you, they can't take it. That's it. I'm trying to tell you. Just mirror him right back. That's why I don't say nothing. I don't say nothing. I just look. I just watch you. I observe. I listen closely, and then I put my plan in motion, and I'm going to give you just what you gave me. Okay. So you don't need to, yeah, take notes, Elizabeth, because this is the key to dealing with men successfully. When he steps back, you step back. When he steps forward, you step forward. When he's all over you, you be all over him. When he's distant, you be distant. When he's acting stupid, you act stupid. Right? They want to be the leader. They want to be the king. Right? So you just mirror what he does. Like, oh, that's what we doing? Okay. It is. I'm telling you. It's very important. So let's move on. Question 17. This is a young woman, 21 to 26 from Palestine. Wow. We never got a letter from there before. Wait, Palestine, like Palestine or Palestine somewhere in the U.S.? Isn't there a city called Palestine? I don't know. Anyway, she says, I need advice from anyone, she says. This guy that I've met on Instagram 2 weeks ago, we were talking casually and he said, why don't you come and we can go for a long walk together with my dog? After I said that, I like dogs, but my family doesn't, so I can't have them. We met, we spent almost 2 hours walking and talking. It was really fun. He complimented me a lot. We held hands hard. He was very nice and said, let's do it again. Maybe we can go to a restaurant. I've never been in a situation like this. I don't know if we're dating or not, or if he even likes me. We still talk after the quote date, also casually, but more often than before. Like we have to talk daily, and he sends me photos of him and his dog. He didn't say anything to romanticize the relationship, but my mind keeps going that way. I really like him, but I'm afraid I'm rushing things. How do I know if he wants me and if he is just taking things slow, or if he wants to have fun and enjoy what we have now only and isn't looking for more? Okay, first of all, you don't have shit. You are like, wait, how old are you? 21 to 26, you need to slow down. You went on one walk with a dude and his dog, and you like all in the future, probably writing out your wedding invitations and stuff. Girlfriend, you're not dating. Did he ask you to date him? Did he say, can you be my girlfriend? Until those words come out of his mouth, you're not nothing to him. You're a chick that he walked his dog with. Okay, he was going to walk his dog anyway. You just happened to tag along. Okay, there's no special meaning to this. He got a date for free. That's what that means. That's why he's saying, oh, next time, we can go to a restaurant. Yeah, she is. She does sound innocent, doesn't she? Like she just does not know. She thinks, and this is a boyfriend. This ain't a boyfriend. Okay, this ain't nothing. Okay, slow your roll. You just somebody you went out with one time. Put it in, keep it in perspective. Okay, let's not run off with our imagination. He complimented you a lot and you held hands and stuff. He's on a seduction trap. So he's going to take you someplace. And next thing you know, he's going to be trying to tap that ass. Now, I don't know if you understand what that means in American slang, but that means he's going to be trying to have sex with you. That's what that means. So he's being very seductive and he's doing the shit on a low budget, walking a dog. Your family wouldn't let you have a dog. You have a dog, it's him. So anyway, I mean, what do you really like about him? You just went on one date with him. You don't even know dude yet. He's probably slime ball. Just slow down and pay more attention to what this guy does, okay? He's on a hard seduction path right now, texting you every day and all this old stuff. He is really working, trying to get them draws. Question number 18, female, 37 to 45 out of Danville. Deb, I'm wondering if you could share some tips and tricks for middle-aged women trying to find their way back to fitness. I'm not talking about weight loss here. I'm talking about overall fitness and feeling at home in your own body. I am almost 45. I'm 5'9", 130 pounds. 5'9" and only 130 pounds? That's skinny. I felt my best at 120 and working out 5 days a week, but over the last few years, life drama, sudden unemployment, and slight depression got me off my routine. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I am fat at 130 pounds, but I'm tired all the time. I have no energy and I feel hungry a lot. I have tried to get back into a workout routine and walking, but on most days I don't have the energy to stick with it after 5 or even 10 minutes. I know some of it is due to COVID restrictions, my mild depression, and possible hormone changes. But as a former personal trainer, do you have any suggestions to get back into feeling fit and active? Thank you for any advice you can share. Sorry, this isn't about a relationship. It's about me trying to improve my relationship with myself. Yes, and this is really good. Unfortunately, this is a bit much for the format here. It's a great question though, but I'll have to do something else with it, like a separate 7-minute video or something like that. But what I'm going to tell you right now is this: reading this concerns me. Go to the doctor, have them check your thyroid. Okay. Have them check your thyroid. Make sure, do some blood work. Make sure you're not low on iron, and that all your, potassium and all that stuff, your blood sugar, all of that is okay. I don't know if you've done that recently. This can change in as little as 2 months, 3 months. So if you even had it done earlier this year, please go back. Make sure they check your thyroid. A lot of women over 40 start having thyroid problems. And the symptoms that you describe, the feeling hungry and no energy, and it's just, I don't know. That's what came to me. So go and check that out. All right. And then in the meantime, touch base with me once you get your results. Send me an email. Let me know what's going on there. And then I will put this aside for a video, because I do have some stuff I wanted to say about this. I was going to try to save it for February, because that's our self-love month. And this was going to be one of the topics, how to take care of yourself physically and fitness and wise and stuff like that. So I'm sorry, I can't really answer this right now, but let's take this in stages. Do that part first, okay? And make sure that everything's okay. I'm a little concerned. Question 19. This is a male, 40-49, from Bexley in the UK. Why would a woman ask you to message her, then say she prefers talking on the phone? She gives me her number and asks me to call her, and then asks if she can call me back in an hour because she's talking to her son. Then she doesn't call me back. Is this kind of stuff normal in dating these days? I'm thinking to move on. You're thinking right, because she's not really interested. She's not interested. Um, she's trying to do that passive aggressive, polite brush off thing. But she asked you to message her, and then she says she prefers talking on the phone. That's when you were supposed to jam her up. See, these dudes, what is it with these dudes that write in? They're so nice. They're so like genteel and polite and stuff. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying you're mismatched with the women that you guys are involved with. Nothing wrong with you being a gentleman. Trust me, we wish we had more of you. But you unfortunately, getting involved with women who don't appreciate that part of you. So what I want to tell you is what you're supposed to do. If a woman gives you this kind of mixed message, right? Oh, message me and then tell you that she talks on the phone. Okay, now that's two completely opposing things that she told you. You supposed to jam her up, right? Say, wait a minute, bitch, you told me to message you. Now you tell me you want to talk on the goddamn phone. Which one is it? And you jam her up. And that doesn't mean you're going to call her. Don't mean you're going to text her. You just want to jam her up just on GP. And so then she going to get to stuttering and stammering and trying to make up an excuse. And then you say, never mind, bitch, shit, you stupid. I don't have time for this bullshit. You in your 40s and you still don't fucking know what you want to do with yourself and how to handle a relationship or a date. I'm out. Deuces. And then that's it. But at least you got to say what you wanted to say, and you put that bitch in check so she won't ever do that again. I tell you that. When you hang up, she gonna be holding the phone looking at it like, oh my God, what just happened? But see, that's how you got to do. I'm sorry, you just can't let people do you like that, yanking you around and then tell you to call her, and then you say, I'm gonna call you back in an hour, instead of just saying, I'm not interested. Don't call me no more. Playing them stupid things. Well, I don't know, just because she says it, just because people say something, that doesn't mean they really mean it. And we all know that happens in the dating world. You go by what motherfuckers do. Okay, they can say anything. I'm a major shit talker. I'll talk so much shit. I would have you thinking the sun and the moon and stuff is my best friend. That if I touch you, that you're going to burst into flames and be like the Starburst fruit chew with, with little candies coming out. Taste the rainbow. All that kind of stuff. I'll talk so much shit. You know what? I ain't going to bust the grape. I'm not going to do nothing. But I'll sit there and entertain you with all kind of words and all kind of stuff. A dude dig me hardest times at 29 thinking he about to tear some shit up. And then I'll be like, no, we ain't. Well, I don't really feel like it. You know how that talking it exhausted me? I'm not doing that. But, so you don't go by what people say. You go by what they do. Watch what they do. Okay. Don't put no attention into what they say. And I'm even talking about me. Well, not for you guys, because, you're not a man and we're not dating. But I'm just saying, if I was a dude dating me, I probably wouldn't do it. I would be like, damn, you crazy. I'm out. But I can be actually a good girlfriend when I want to be. But if I detect any kind of level of dust, you getting ready to get to clown me, not the real me. You're going to see the clown. All right, let's move on to question 20. This is a female, 22 to 30 from Memphis. I'm 26 years old and my fiance and I have been dating for 7 years. He proposed me on New Year's Eve at Disney World in the Magic Kingdom. Oh, it was so romantic. Our wedding is next October, 21/21. Okay, let me see. My idea of romance is on a beach in the Bahamas, sunset, steel drums playing, candles, white sheets blowing in the wind, white linen clothes, my hair blowing, smelling the ocean breeze. Okay, that's romantic to me. Not Disney World. But see, that's the difference between youngsters. We have been living together for 4 years. We have built a great life together. I graduated from college last year and worked full time. He's graduating this December. Since he's about to graduate from Harry, I believe he is going through a lot of uncertainty right now with everything in his life, including me. I went through the same things last year, but after I found a job, I soon realized that it was just a phase. Long story short, he is now saying he doesn't want this and isn't sure I'm the one, end quote. Is this just a phase? He says he wants to work on our relationship, but still says he isn't sure he wants this. He says he isn't ready for October 2021. We're still sleeping in the same bed. We still talk and act like we always have. I'm really struggling with this new revelation that he has told me, and I walk around every day heartbroken that he feels this way about me. Also, I am so convinced I can't talk to my parents about this, especially if it's just a phase, because they will never trust him again. What do I do? Is my relationship doomed? Any advice is very much appreciated. Oh, yeah, you don't have a relationship no more. You tripping. What you should have done the second he told you that is pack your shit and move the fuck out. But see, what happens with women when they get that ring on is they start tripping. It's like you lose your hold on reality. You can't see nothing except for the ring and what it means to you, which is, happily ever after and all this kind of stuff. First of all, who stays engaged for 7 years, especially at your age? Why would you give this fool that many years of your youth? Why would you do that? Your parents did not advise you well. Okay. You supposed to give that motherfucker no more than 18 months. And then we supposed to be planning on having a wedding date, not putting some shit off for another 6 years. No, no. He had no intention of marrying you. But now it's getting close to where he's about to graduate. He's about to start his career doing whatever he's doing, dentist or whatever. And you are going to get in his way because now he's going to have this high level, income, so he imagines. And he's going to the doctor, whatever I don't know, whatever the curriculum is at Miami. And imagine he's gonna be making all these bank buku bucks and that he's gonna be able to get him a fine babe that looks better than you, got a better body than you, and that's younger than you. That's what he's thinking. And so he's pretty much done. Y'all spent 7 years together. That relationship is finito. It's time for you to pack your shit, get the fuck out of that house, go stay with your parents or whatever you need to do, and let it be over. Do not continue to sleep with him. Do not continue to give him the benefits of having you around. He doesn't want it. He already told you. He said it several different ways. So he's put you on notice. Anything that you give him after that is on you. Because he can always say, and it'll be true, well, I told you I didn't want this. All you had to do was leave, but you're not leaving. Okay. So I don't know what else to say to you. Well, she might not have been a placeholder, but whatever they had, no, you guys, come on now. That's not necessarily the truth. You're looking at it in a very negative way. They were very young when they got together. Obviously, there was something there, but over the course of the time, that's why I say you don't get in a serious relationship in your 20s. You grow and change too much. So what you were, she said they've been in it for 7 years. That means she was 19 years old. Okay, you're a kid at 19. You don't know what you want at 19. I mean, it sounds good, but okay, now it's 7 8 years later. They're completely different people now. And when he looks at her and what she is and what he is, he can see that it doesn't work anymore. Not for him. That's what happened. They're in them 20s, and that's the era of major growth and change and development, self exploration. All kinds of things happen during that decade. So don't be so negative and say, oh, he used her, this and that. That is not the way to look at this at all. Come on now, stop that. They were very young when they got together. They just grew apart. Okay, that's just the bottom line. And is he not using her any more than she's using him? And none of that stuff that you're looking at happened. They grew up. And as they grew up, they grew apart. Okay, it's that simple. It's just that simple. And I'm sure he doesn't want to hurt her. That's why he's not really being, like making a hard cut tie. He's as confused about his change of feelings as she is. This is a normal part of what happens in your 20s. That's why I always tell people it's not a good idea to get married in your 20s. It's not. The woman should be about 28, 27, 28, 29, and the guy in his early 30s, and then those marriages will probably last. But other than that, too young. Too much change. You haven't gone through it. You don't even know who the fuck you are yet. So, come on, you guys, come on now. These people look at this stuff and they listen to this. You be careful about what you say to them. Don't put negative stuff in young girls' heads like that. It's very important that they they understand this is just normal. This is a normal part of your evolvement as an adult. Okay. And that's just part of what's gonna happen. And they just happen to be one of them couple that grew apart, like most. Okay, you guys, be nice. I hate that word, but in this case, it applies. Question 21, female 37 to 45 out of Baltimore. I have my husband's niece staying with me to help me with my kids while I'm working, but she runs out at odd hours of the night answering the booty calls. Oh my God. From random men while I'm here with her son and my twins. Her son notices when she be gone all the time and he complains to me. I wonder how old this niece is and how old this son is. She hardly ever says anything about where she is going. For instance, tonight she showered, called a ride, and made these plans without saying anything time about running out. I want to dead this issue, but I don't want to jeopardize our relationship because we had a good friendship before she moved in with me. How do I address this issue without damaging our relationship? You don't. Let me tell you why. Okay, so you there in the evening with the kids with us. Fuck, she been there all day with them little nappy-headed motherfuckers. So what's the difference? Now it's your turn. Don't be complaining. Don't. Okay, you getting free babysitting while you working. She's trapped in the house with some brats all damn day. So what's wrong with you doing it? Plus, they gonna be asleep half the time when you got them. So you don't even have to really deal with them like she does. You give them a bath, give them some dinner, give them some bath, let them watch TV or whatever do they gonna do, and then read them a story or whatever. I mean, depending on how old, you don't say how old these people are, and then you put them to bed. Okay, so you off the hook because they're in the bed sleep. So it's not like you have the same labor that she does all day, entertaining them, feeding them, cooking for them, and cleaning up after them and all that stuff. The least you could do is let the girl, she young, she want to go run out and get her swerve on. That's what she's supposed to be doing. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. This ain't your business. Now, the only thing that you could do is just tell her that she should let you know when she's leaving or when she's expected back so that, it's a safety issue. Okay, tell her son is concerned. So they need to have better communication. Something like that. But as far as you thinking she going to stay at home and look at you and stay there and look at them kids all night some more when she looks at them all day, that is an unreasonable and ridiculous expectation. She's young and she wants to fuck around, and that's what she's supposed to be able to do. You there? So what she need to be there too for? You making a big deal out of nothing. Don't let her move out, then you're going to really be in a situation. Question 22, female 37 to 45 out of Dallas. I was dating this guy for about 5 months. Things were going good. Both of our feelings were growing, and the eggplant was okay when it happened. Uh-oh. He has an issue that affected his eggplant for life. He told me that while he was with a chick, she jumped hard on him while she was on top, and that it hurt him. He was, ooh, he was rushed to the hospital and had to have emergency surgery to have it drained or something like that. Oh my God. Since then, he sometimes takes Viagra and he's only 43. You know what? I don't even have a dick and mine hurts. just hearing about this. Now, the time frame, not the time frame, but will it ever happen? The last 2 times we have tried and it didn't happen. What didn't happen? Let me see what she mean. Foreplay and all, and it still didn't happen. Oh, she must mean he didn't go. He was still, that must be what she means. I was like, okay, frustrated yet understanding that this will happen sometime since he had the incident. The other day he told me that I don't arouse him. I guess that is his explanation why he couldn't do what he needed to do. We were sitting at the dinner table discussing another issue. We weren't even having eggplant at the time. And he asked me, do you think I want to have sex with you right now? I said, yes. And then he said, no, I don't, because you don't even arouse me. Wow. You broke dick motherfucker. You had the nerve to be trying to talk about somebody around you. Do you know how much work it is to try to fuck you? 43-year-old with a broke dick, you motherfucker. Ain't nobody trying to do all that. It's like a fucking job. You need to pay me hourly wage because it take that long to get your shit hard. Nobody trying to do all that damn work. Shit, my arm falling off and shit. I mean, I don't like men with ED. I get bored real quick. I don't have time for this shit. Go to the doctor. Do something with yourself. And don't be trying to blame it on me. I'll bust you upside the head with something. It'd be time to bop a clock. I'm just like, wow, this is just too much. I didn't react right away. She said, I got it from the table. And yes, I went the F off. This just happened this past Monday at my place. I told him since that incident, you have had 3 girlfriends, and their main complaint was that you had the audacity to say, I don't arouse you when you can't get it up, when I have said nothing about your eggplant not fully functional 100% of the time. I felt kind of bad, but like 5 minutes later, I said, nah, I don't even feel bad for going off on him. I just want to thank you because since finding your channel, I have changed my attitude to not be so nice to these guys. Now he apologized, but I'm not even sure if I want to even continue with him. I backed out from him and he can tell. That comment he made just rubbed me the wrong way. Did I react? Nope. I feel like you underreacted. Because see, okay, you said it was 3 times, right? 3 times it never happened. So Deb is done after the first time. One thing I'm telling you, we don't do bad dick. We just don't do it. I'm not working with you. I don't care about your afflictions. I don't care about your medical issues. I don't care about the medication that you on. I don't care about your mental state. I don't care about the bitch who fucked over you and broke your heart. I don't give a shit about none of that. Your baby mama drama. I'm nothing. None of that it has anything to do with me. I don't care. Don't talk about it. Don't. If it has anything to do with the dick not working, get your happy ass up and get the fuck out. That's all I care about. Okay, are you gonna deliver? If you're not gonna deliver, you're wasting my time. Get out so I can get somebody over here that's gonna make the magic happen. That's not you. Your magic wand is broke. So get out. Get out. I don't care if it's nerves. See, there you go, making excuses. I don't care. You a man in your 40s, you don't have nerves. That's young man shit. You at 40, you a G. Okay, how many pussies have you been up in? You don't know how to control yourself and buy it out all this time? You must be young, uppity Negro goddess, because I'm telling you, when you get my age, you don't know. You know, man in his 40s don't be talking about I'm nervous and that's why my dick don't work. That's young man shit. Old dudes are like, they the G's. They know how to put it down. They know what to do. They know how to make it happen. Okay, especially the ones that's been married. So I don't really know. There's no reason in my that I can understand or even, you know, conceive of. Why one would want to deal with a man whose dick is broke? What benefit is that for you? Exactly, Lee. He's a seasoned professional. I like that term. Seasoned professional. He knows what to do. Ain't no need to worry about that. Well, the nerve incident evidently happened a long time ago, so and he got medicine for it, so whatever. I mean, again, that's not my problem that you had an accident. Maybe you shouldn't have been letting some woman jump on your dick. You know, you want to do some freaky shit, didn't work out too well for you. So why is that my problem? That's yours. You should have just done regular shit and your dick was still, you still wouldn't have had to get surgery on your dick. Okay, all that happened because that was your fault. I had nothing to do with that. Was I there? Okay. And somebody jumping on you like that and breaking your dick, she must have been a big girl. Which you should have known better than let her go flying through the air landing on you with all that meat. Broke your dick. You tripping. That had nothing to do with me. So anyway, a long story short, you backed off, continue to back off. As a matter of fact, go on your phone and block him and just, don't worry about it. Because you too young to be worrying about some man who got a broke dick. Okay? Don't worry about him. Just let him go on back over there somewhere. Question 23. This is the next to last question for tonight. Oh my God, the struggles of getting this show started. It's like, I'm going to have to work on my computer. Hopefully, we still could do the show on Thursday, but this is a nightmare. Female, 50 to 59. She's from the UK. My adult daughter tries to control my life and has been doing so since my husband, her dad, passed away 9 years ago. I did go through a temporary rush patch after he passed, but never lost control of my life. I lost a lot of weight and became dehydrated, though, which left me in the hospital a few times. She freaked out, which I understand because I'm her sole parent now. Yeah, but grief is when you lose your husband, and that's some tough shit. Once I started dating a few years after that, she became worse and constantly had to know about my dates. I dated someone off and on for about 6 years, and she resented him so bad that I had to keep them separated most of the time. She couldn't see what I liked about him. The reality was that he was very good to me, but he did have a bit of a troubled past when it came to money. But he was recovering from that. In any event, I broke up with him over a year ago and started seeing a nice man from out of town. While she was a little better for a while, lately she's been starting all over again. When she asks about my weekend plans and I tell her that he's visiting, she either makes a face or says, "Why can't you go one weekend without seeing him?" Which I did when she visited a few months ago because I know she didn't want to see him. She also says I should be spending more time with my girlfriends because when you break up with him, you'll have no one. Nice, huh? She also constantly asks what I'm eating, even though I gained the weight back a few years ago. I tried a few months ago to tell her that I am a grown woman and can take care of myself and she need not worry, get involved in my life by micromanaging it. I don't do that to her. Unfortunately, the one time she met my boyfriend, she was turned off by his outspokenness. She felt he was disrespectful. I don't, though. She is visiting again soon with her fiance for 8 days, and I don't want her to ban her from my home. And he wants to see her and maybe get a second chance with her. How do I proceed? You, madam, what the fuck is wrong with these parents? That's your fucking house. That's your fucking life. And that's your fucking man. Your daughter don't run shit. She's a grown ass woman with a man of her own. All you have to do is say, "Look here, daughter, I love you, but you don't run shit here. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want to do. I'm going to bring who I want to bring in my house, and I'm going to spend my weekends the way I goddamn well please. You don't have to like it. It's not for you to like. It's for you to like what you do at your house with your man. Now, this face you be making and all this shit that you be talking, don't do that to me anymore. I'm gonna ban your ass from my house. We can talk on the phone, we can Zoom each other and all that, but you will not be setting foot in my house. Do I make myself clear? Coming here is a privilege. You're an adult now. I don't have to invite you just because we related. That's the part that people forget. You know, it's your kids and stuff, and that's your mother and everything, but she don't owe you shit. And you don't owe her either. Okay, she did her job to raise you up, and now any association the two of you have is because you want to. It's not because she's obligated. You don't have no rights to tell her what to do. You the goddamn child. Who do you think you are? You know what I mean? People just be getting just overstepping their bounds and stepping all out their envelope. You need to cuss her out a time or two. She'll be all right. Just tell her, "Fuck you. I don't want to hear the shit from you. You gonna shut your goddamn mouth." Stuff like that. And she'll shut up because she'll be like, "Mom, how could you talk to me like that?" But your message will be loud and clear. No, I wish my daughter would come trying to tell me something. That's why I'm not talking to her little bitch ass right now. So it's up there trying to raise her voice at me and stuff. I'm like, hold up. Who the fuck you think you talking to? You have lost your mind. I'm not one of your little friends. You don't rise up on me. Uh, so yeah, we had like some real, it was bad. So right now she's on a timeout. Her little ass is in the corner. I'm like, no, we not doing that. Now you want to do something like that? She date this little white boy, and so she used to run at him. I think she forgot that her mama ain't white. And there's nothing about me that's going to be sitting around taking some bullshit from your little ass. Nah, no, no, no. You're confused. So yeah, she's still breathing, but she breathing in a couple of cities away from me. Cause I'm like, no, you got to get the fuck up out of my house. So that's what I was doing this weekend, was cleaning out her room. I'm getting what you call it, haulers to come. I'm cleaning everything the fuck up out of that room. That's gonna be my sitting room, yoga room, relaxing room, and that's it. That's what that's gonna be. I'm gonna put my stationary bicycle that I'm gonna buy in there, and that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna lay on my couch that I'm gonna put in there. You got them little apartment size sofas, the small ones. I'm gonna put one of them in there, and then that's gonna be my what they used to call in the olden days my sitting room. I'm like, no. So when she even don't even think about trying to come back here, because I don't have shit here for you. All right, I told you to take your shit with you, didn't take it. It's been months now. All the shit's going in the dumpster. All of it. Every last thing in the dumpster that belonged to her. And I know she's gonna be upset when she find out, but I'm like, I told you to come get it. You didn't come. You didn't pay in storage fees or some shit. I'm not that woman. I'm not that mama. So you got me confused with somebody else. Love her, but there's some shit that I'm just not gonna take. And that's just one of the things. So she got booted on her little ass. She been throwing your stuff out. Yeah, I'm not moving. They coming. I'm telling you, I got 2 men. I hired them. I said, come get all this shit. The furniture, the mattress, everything, everything. Her computer, everything. Everything is leaving because she didn't take it. So I figure you didn't take it. That means you don't want it. I want my room back. So all your shit is leaving here. She gonna be mad, but I'm like, Kanye shrug. Question 24, the final question of the day. Wow, this was a long one. Female 31 to 39. Oh, no location. I recently made a huge mistake. I just turned 31 and was in a toxic and emotionally abusive situationship with a coworker. Wow. It ended years ago by me going no contact. I told him I couldn't do a FWB situation anymore. This was about 5 years ago when I was 26. As I stated, I went no contact, and I would tell him to his face, I'm not interested in that. He's an asshole. Over time, we have become cordial. We talk occasionally at the office. I have moved on, but he's always finding it next to have sex with in and outside of work. The mistake occurred when he contacted me twice during Corona. I thought it was just being nice because, a plague is literally happening, nothing more. I stupidly responded and have pigeoned myself again back into a fallback girl position. He doesn't outright ask for an eggplant. He pretends to care to try and pressure me into it. I am not going back to that. And she put it in caps. Due to me responding, he'll take that as I can use her as an ego stroke for when I'm bored or need attention. I blocked him because this was giving me terrible anxiety. Good job. At the time, I thought it was strange, but we are living through a major crisis. I'm trying to recover after years of going no contact and feeling my progress has almost gone to waste. What do I do now? Just what you did. You block him. And, at work, unless you have some reason to interact with them about work, like you guys are on the same team or something. He has a project that you did a project he needs review, or vice versa, something like that. Anyway, it has to be completely work related. That's the only time you talk to him. Other than that, you ignore him. If he says hello to you, you be like, mm. If he says, oh, good evening. Mm. If he says, oh, how was your weekend? Mm. No words, no nothing. You have nothing for him. Okay. And stick to that. Don't be trying to, women trying to be nice. This is always the problem. This is what always causes an issue. Trying to be nice to clowns. You don't be nice to men. You can't. It's a problem. Yes, stop thinking about him is right. So anyway, this was like the most serious what the fuck show ever. And it with all this drama that started up at the beginning, I couldn't even get the show started. But I'm going to spend some time later tonight or maybe tomorrow because I need a break from this headache and figure out what happened and what I can do to change my settings back and get my computer back the way that it's supposed to be. This is a nightmare. But if I continue to have problems, may have to get a repair guy over here or something. I might have to postpone the show for Thursday. I will keep you posted. Look for the notice. If it changes, then that means I wasn't able to fix it. But I'm glad you guys had a good time, even though things were kind of shaky there. And but when I do the next show, I have some slides I want to show you. There's some things I need to be able to do with the software that I couldn't even use today. So I'll try my best to get it together so that you can have a really good show because it's an extremely important topic to talk about gaslighting, and I want to make sure that everything is okay so you don't miss anything. All right. So you guys take care. Thank you, Lady Boss, and thanks for everybody for showing up and being so patient with the drama that we were having today. I hope to see you on Thursday. In the meantime, enjoy yourself the rest of this evening, and I'll see you very, very soon.